You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Vanderpump Rules After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Vanderpump Rules After Show.
What I need, what I wanna see everything that you got. Yeah. Turn me on, turn me up.
Can you freak, bitch? Welcome to the AfterBuzz TV After Show for Vanderpump Rules. This is Season 2, Episode 6, Lisa's Angels. I'm your host, Jake Dupree, along with my other lovely host,
Michelle Renee.
Hey, booze. Let's get Vanderpump real right now. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I love that.
But all right, so we start off the episode with Sheena, Katie, Peter, and Tom getting together to plan the gay pride parade float at Lisa's house. And this was like a random weird meeting. Just like, I think they just wanted to get the boys in wings, and like Lisa wanted to try the wings on in front of cameras.
Yeah, and then not everyone was there. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering when I was watching it, I'm like, wait, are those the only people that are going to be on the float? Because I don't really want to see those people on the float.
Like it would be kind of a boring float with those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I love the return of our favorite Ken. That's his name, right?
Ken?
Not
the
Ken.
husband?
Not Ken. The party planner. What's his name?
Oh, I don't know.
Shit.
The Asian party planner.
Yes,
I love
he's
him.
amazing. I think he's whatever.
She, darling.
darling. Yeah, but I'm so glad that he's back on the episode. I always just enjoy him so much. He's just hilarious. And we find out that Sheena's going to perform her song, and of course they all have like kind of like eye roll, like awkward moments.
She caught it this episode. Like, I wonder how she felt about
I don't know.
watching last night's episode, because literally every one of them had such negative things to say about her song.
Every one of them, well, except for Ariana and the Team B. We'll get there, Team B, which I think was a more fun team in the first place. But I don't know. It was really, I mean, like, they were all being so bitchy about her song. I was like, okay, they really hate this song.
And not
I feel
even
like they hear it a lot at work, so maybe that's why they don't like it. I mean, it's a really fun song, I think. It's cute.
Well, I think that anyone would agree that hearing any song 40 times over and over and over again is gonna get on your nerves a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think maybe they could have expressed that aspect of it without making it seem so personal towards her song. Like, this song again, her song, she's doing this. It was just very mean. I didn't like it.
It was all like really kind of rude. But we see Tom, and Jax go bike riding. This was so weird. Like, do they even own bikes? Like, it was just like this weird planned moment where like cameras on the bikes, like they're stopping, like drinking beers. Tom Sandoval takes his shirt off. I mean, it was just like this really, I don't know. It's just like this season is driving me crazy because I feel like they're planning every minute of it. And it makes me so mad. Like, it makes me really upset because I really liked last season. I really did. But this season, I'm just like, it's just driving me crazy.
Yeah.
It's really driving me crazy. I can't stop saying it. And they asked Jax why his shirt isn't off, and Jax says that the knot under his nipple is just a cyst. So it's not even like cancer or a node, like a swollen node or something. And I love that Tom Sandoval was like, of course, Jax, I knew it wasn't cancer. Like, even in his confessional moment, he would never say this to his face, I don't think. He's like, I knew it wasn't cancer. Like, Jax just lies. Like, that's his whole thing.
Well, isn't a cyst still something that needs to be dealt with surgically? Like, how does a cyst go away?
Kevin Lee is the wedding planner's name. Kevin Lee. I don't know why I thought Ken. I knew it started with a K, so sorry about that. Fans, Kevin Lee. Yes. Mind blank. All right. A cyst does need to be, I mean, like, you can, like, drain it. You can get it removed.
Drain it? Ooh.
Yeah. That's gross. That's like gross.
Yeah. Ooh.
And then Jax tells the boys that he decides to get out there and date. And I'm like, you go, girlfriend. Like, work it. No, I'm just kidding. That's gross.
His choices in dates, though, I'm going to read them from left to right.
He spreads his seed like I can't even imagine. He plants. He made a sunflower field out of that seed, honey. Like,
I know, but I think, I mean, wait, am I moving too far ahead?
No, go.
I think that like Stassi was originally mad during the episode when it was being filmed and she didn't really know. But when you choose to do like a revenge dating or revenge hookup, you need to make sure that next person you get is the bomb and looks better than or has something going on, a banging ass body, a banging face, lots of coins, whatever, that makes them a little bit better than what you just left. Because if not, it just looks pathetic more
looks
so
like you're
than,
just trying to just get some.
Yeah. And I mean, no shade to the ballerina. I'm sure she's a beautiful dancer. I'm sure she has a great spirit. She was a cute girl, but compared to Stassi, she doesn't have that sexiness, I don't think.
And I was really shocked that he would go for her too. But maybe that's why he went for her, because she was kind of like the exact opposite of Stassi.
Because she had a vagina. I think that's why he went.
Yeah, he was just like, I want in that.
Yes,
that's all I want.
Yeah, I need something.
And of course they bust out their beards. Then Tom tells the two boys that they'll be wearing angel wings, or that Jax will be wearing angel wings on the float. And Jax is like, I don't want to wear angel wings, blah 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 blah.
You bet I'm gonna be drunk.
And then they talk about Sheena's song again, and Tom busts out Sheena's signature moves, like that one down. That I mean, he did mimic some of her movements from that first performance from first season at the Roxy. I was like, that was really funny. I was like, he did work that out. And I love that he was like shirtless and like just living it up. I was like, you better show me that back. I love it.
Yeah, that was a funny moment. That was cute.
Yeah, that was cute. I was like, we need more of this. Like, this is really funny. Like, these boys are hilarious. Anything with Tom Schwartz involved, he adds that little bit of like glitter sprinkles of fun. I love him.
Tom Schwartz? Okay, yeah.
Tom Schwartz.
Was Tom Schwartz the one doing the
He
mimic?
was not. Tom Sandoval was. But anytime Tom Schwartz is there, he kind of like transforms the situation. He's like the Lucky Charms leprechaun. Like, he waves his magic wand and like it becomes amazing, or better, a little bit better for these scenes, because they can't get great, they can get better. All right, so we see Lisa.
Shade.
That is very shady. It's been a lot of shady tonight. I like that. I'm okay with it. Lisa calls a staff meeting, and then Ariana shows up, and I love that she was like shown walking in alone, and like she sits down with Sheena, and they're all wondering like who's gonna be in trouble, and Lisa's like, no one's in trouble, it's fine. And then we see Kristen, of course, say this backhanded kind of weird thing that she's trying to remain cool with Ariana working there, and she's like, you can see her like bristling behind Ariana, like behind her. I love that.
Bristling. I've never heard that word.
Yeah, I mean that's so true though, because she's like bristling behind her like a little porcupine. Kristen then volunteers to not be on the float, and then Lisa is really funny. She's like, I'm glad that Kristen volunteered to not be on the float because she wasn't going to be on the float in the first place. So good for her. I was like, go, Lisa, you are funny.
I see why Lisa had her kind of stay back, just because it adds an element of, I don't know what
drama
element.
too.
Yeah.
I think that she kind of wanted to isolate maybe Ariana and Tom and see if they would do anything, and leave Kristen behind to like ponder and like marinade a little bit, like, you know.
But as far as the show goes, I think that she should have been on the float because she's a cast member of the show, and obviously people that are at the Gay Pride Parade probably wanted to see the
cast
float to see the cast. Yeah. And so if I were there, I would have been thinking like, well, where's Kristen? Like, where is she?
I was there, and I saw the float, and the first thing I thought of when I saw, I mean, I didn't see Sheena because I was on the other side of the float and she was on the other side, but I saw Stassi in the champagne glass, and I was like, oh my God, they're like, I mean, that's the only person that you really saw, because I mean, she was just above everybody else. Yeah. And then Katie was holding her up on the float when I saw it. I was like, ooh. Yeah, you get to hold up the goods. But Katie did say hello to me whenever she was on the float. I was like, hi. And she was like, hi, Jake. And I was like, that's really cute. I liked Katie for that. That was nice. But Jack says he doesn't want to wear angel wings, and then Christina Kelly chimes in at this really convenient moment to be like, oh, I bet you don't want to wear angel wings because you'll be shirtless and have to show off your new ink. And then Lisa's like, oh, well, what is it? And then, of course, he takes off his shirt, and it's this whole planned scenario. Like, this is the stuff that's driving me crazy on this show. It's like, this was so planned for Lisa to, like, know about the tattoo, because you knew this bitch knew about it before, but this, like, I can't. It's just ridiculous.
I thought it was funny in this scene that Jax his defense of his tat for Stassi is to attack Tom Schwartz and, like, throw him under the bus. He would never get your name on him. And I'm like, whoa, dude. Like, just worry about yourself.
Because Tom is not an idiot. That's it, yeah.
And I mean, truthfully though, he would never get Kristen's name on him. and I don't think he should.
No, I don't think so
I don't think
either.
anyone should get a.
Well, we'll get
lover's
into
name
I
on
don't think that they should get their tattoos on each other at all, because we'll get there later, because it's a hot mess in their relationship, and I'm just going to say it. I know Kristen is going to be mad at me for saying that, but they're a mess. Like, this episode showed that they're a mess even more.
Well, I'm sure Kristen is very self-reflective, and I'm sure she's
Yeah.
going to look at this episode and
Be like, we were a mess.
Yeah, we were a mess, and I'm sure she'll have difficulty watching her breakdown that she has later in the episode.
Yes, so let's go on to Lisa and the gang putting together the Gay Pride Parade float. Stassi loves the theme of fallen. I like this line. Stassi, she was like, I love the theme of fallen angels because you get the craziest, horniest group of kids together, slap some angel wings on them, and it's the perfect theme. I was like, that's good.
That is good.
She always gives a good interview.
Yeah, she has some good one-liners.
Yeah, that's what I'm
jokes.
thinking that I heard. Oh wait, I'll give it in News and Gossip. News and Gossip
Okay.
later. So Lisa brings up if they have problems with Ariana. That was ridiculous. Like, that came out of nowhere. Like, she just asked the two girls, like Katie and Stassi. She was like, "Do you two have problems with Ariana?" And then everybody was like, "Well, it's all just hearsay. Like, we've heard that Kristen and her have problems. They had a fight a while ago, but it's like 2 years ago." I'm like, these people hold on to some shit. Like, hold on to it with like a death grip. It's like, let it go. They must have nothing to worry about or go on. Like, they have no worries in the world but to just like remember things from 2 years ago. Like, that's so stupid, right?
Yeah, I felt that that Stassi was kind of being a bad friend in this scene. You're talking about the scene where they were building
Yeah,
the
like stapling
float, right?
stuff down on the
because
float.
she was, I forgot what she said, but something along the line, like she just kind of like brushed over the situation and kind of like made Kristen look bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And then previously, whenever, like a few episodes ago, whenever all the girls were at lunch, Katie, Kristen, Christina Kelly, and Stassi were at lunch. She's like, well, I was talking to Ariana. I was talking to Sheena because I was trying to be a good friend and trying to protect you to find out if they were sleeping together. But then in tonight's episode or Monday's episode, she just kind of like threw under the bus and like made it seem like it
was nothing.
It was nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what is it?
Yeah. I didn't really get that, and I don't know if it's maybe one of those situations where they were at a bad place, and so.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, with this group, you do never know.
I don't know.
But then with the next scene, I liked this scene because it was cute, showing Sheena in the studio, like picking out the beat for her next single. And they showed Sheena's manager, Russell. He's really nice. Remember we met him at Sheena's
party,
birthday? Yeah, he's really cool. And this is a really funny quote. I was like, I don't know how this makes sense, but it's funny. Sheena was like, I was a cheerleader in high school, and she's like, a cheerleader has the same job as a pop star. You have to make sure that every single person in the crowd is having a good time. Very true. Maybe not the best comparison. Maybe not. I'm just going to say that. And I love Sheena, but that was just like, that's a stretch. It's a stretch. Right?
Yeah. I don't know. I think to make people want to listen to her music and support her in her music career, she's going to have to give a better reason than that. I mean, I agree with you that I think it was very cute and fun, but if she wants people to really stand behind her music career, she's gonna have to like prove that she is doing this because she loves music or whatever.
Yeah, and she was saying things like, I haven't had a voice lesson and I don't know how to play the piano and stuff, and I was just like, you're not helping the cause.
Yeah,
like you're saying, like it wasn't helping the cause. And I like her songs. I think they're fun, and like Selena Gomez and that kind of stuff, just great fun stuff. And I liked the second beat. She was like, I think she called it like the booty poppin' beat. I was like, that's funny, because that's what she needs to go for, is like really fun
dance, like
dancey, like
wild,
silly, like fling your hair, shake your butt kind of thing. Yeah. And of course this other quote, I think it's not helping her out either. She was like, I love being the center of attention. When I have a microphone in my hand and everyone's looking at me, that's the best feeling in the world. I was just like, it's like poor wording choice in the scheme of like her arc on the show right now. Because I feel like everyone's gonna be like hounding her for that. I was just like, I know she didn't mean it that way, but it was just like people are gonna hound and like nitpick at that, I think.
When I hear the word pop star, to me it seems so instantaneous, and I think that's where people kind of don't respect maybe a pop star as much as they do a singer, because
or an artist.
An artist. An artist is more so cultivated. It's someone that, to me, when I hear the word artist or singer or songwriter, it makes me think of someone that's worked at perfecting their craft. They you know,
and they have a
just
very
worked,
clear direction.
yeah, and they've just worked their whole life and they're passionate about what they're doing. When I hear pop star, it makes me think of someone that does like the spotlight, they like the attention, and not to say that I'm not entertained by pop stars, because I am, and I listen to pop music, but I think there's two different like categories there, and I think pop star has kind of a negative connotation, especially in today's age where there's so much like auto-tune, and it's just like you can take anyone off the street and make them a pop star. They have no talent. Not to say that Sheena doesn't, but I'm just saying, I think that's where people might not agree with.
Like the line gets blurred a little bit for people. Anyway. Yeah, and I'm anxious to hear what her new single will sound like. I saw I saw the cover art. Did you see it?
Yeah, on her Instagram.
She looks cute.
Yeah, she looks really good.
I like the gold. It was like it looked like somebody from Shaw's could have that single, because you know their gold is like their whole thing. And we saw the Shaw's on the float. Yeah, and their episode was coinciding. That was really cool that they kind of lined up their episodes for the Gay Pride Parade together. I thought it was cool. Yeah,
and Bravo on their website also had like a little, on the Vanderpump Rules show page, they had like, check out Sheena Marie's new single, like Good as Gold. So I thought that was very nice of them to like, you know, promote her on the website.
That's good. Yeah. I like that. And then we see Jax going out with Peter and some of his friends. This is where we meet the ballerina. And literally whenever they showed her on screen, I was like, what? Like, why would they even talk to I mean, that's really mean to say, but like, it just didn't seem like the type of girl that he would date or go
it doesn't
for.
At all.
I think he was just like wanting some. Yeah. And then she was like hook, line, and sinker, like down below you go. Like it was tacky with a T. It was so bad.
I know you have a boyfriend, but if you didn't and you like met someone on a reality show, would you ever like?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Agreed.
And I would never let our first encounter be on the reality show.
Like, what happens when you like make out with someone and like kiss someone and then you have to like see yourself back on a reality show? Like
and they probably didn't call you the day after.
Yeah.
Or ever again.
That's gotta be tough.
It just is tacky.
Did we even get her name? I hope we did.
Dina.
Oh, yeah. For her sake, I was hoping that
but they didn't show her last name, so people have to like search, you know, to find her if they want to find her, but
it's easy.
It was tacky. It was tacky.
Poor girl. Don't do it again.
I mean, then we find out that they went home. I mean, I kind of figured that because they were like drunkenly stumbling away, the four of them. And Peter too. He was with like the blonde one. I don't know her name, but Dina.
I thought she was a redhead.
Blonde was what Peter was with.
Was there a redhead?
With the brunette redhead. I don't know. I think she was brunette.
Was she black?
No, she wasn't black.
She was 1/4 black.
She just a smidgen.
She probably can't swim. Did you see?
Oh.
Did you see Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
I did. That was...
yeah.
Oh, that's a whole other discussion. Sorry.
That was a little side note there, but anyway.
That's our after show. This after show. We'll talk about that. So we move on to Gay Pride time, and this was awesome because it was cool because, I mean, it's nice seeing the show. Like, we went to Sheena's birthday party where all that crazy cuckoo happened. I was there at Gay Pride, and I was actually at SUR afterward, like in the back, and Sheena and Ariana and Tina and Katie all came and talked, and it was really, really, really fun. It was crazy, like cuckoo crazy, because there were cameras and people. It was nuts.
It looked packed in there. Yeah.
I mean, it's a small place. Like, it's not a giant place, so it is literally jam packed. Like, you could not move. I luckily had a table. So we see everyone getting all duded up for the float. I love duded up because that makes me laugh. And Stassi gets her showgirl outfit. I was like, this is amazing. I was like, of course they're going to put Stassi in like the damn like can-can dancer hat and stuff. And then this was really bitchy and mean, of course, again, about Sheena's song. Stassi and Katie asked Sheena how many times they'll have to listen to her song. And Sheena had a really good answer. She was like, 44, and it loops twice, so you'll hear it 88 times. And like, she was really quick, and then she like laughed in their face, and was like, that's awesome. Like, give it right back to them.
Was she laughing in their face, or did she not realize that they were being condescending? Because I took it that she didn't.
I thought she knew.
Oh, I thought she didn't know, and she was just so excited and like, it's going to be like 44 times, and then like it's on loop twice.
Oh, okay. Oh. I mean, maybe that's what happened. I mean, I saw it as she was giving it back to him.
I mean, hopefully, because I want her to say something. Dang.
It was. I mean, they were all being so bitchy, but I mean, all of them floating around that or walking around that float were just like, just like little gnats buzzing about that song.
Whenever Stassi said that it was going to be like 44 donkey kicks to her ears, I was busting out laughing just because of the image of a donkey kick.
Kicking, yeah.
And like, kick shaking her head.
Yeah.
That to me was funny. Or
I wrote that down too. I was like, that's funny.
And it's kind of like a full circle moment because do you know, like in cheerleading, a donkey kick?
Yeah. Kick your butt, yeah.
And she just said she wanted to be, or a cheerleader was like a pop star.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was cracking up.
And then, of course, we see this whole, like, mean girl mentality. Like, there's, like, these four and then those four. There's Stassi, Katie, Kristen, and Danny are Team A. And Sheena, Ariana, Tina, and Tierney are Team B. And Stassi did call it right. She was like, I don't know if we could say good or evil because I don't think that we're the not evil ones.
Yeah.
I was like, that's true. I mean, at least she owns it. Like, she knows that they're, like, the bad seeds in the group, I guess, in terms of attitude-wise. Not.
What team do you want to hang out with?
I think I want to hang out with Team B. I think they were like on the front of the float. They were like having so much fun, like writhing around, like swinging on those poles, and then in the back they're like arguing and screaming and being all nasty. It was just like I don't have time for that stupid stuff.
Yeah,
it was just me. What about you?
Definitely Team B. They just seem like girls that are more
like
fun
real
to be
life,
around.
real life.
Yeah,
girls.
like real life girls. Yeah. I'm definitely Team B.
Yeah.
I'm not even.
Can't even entertain.
No, I don't even want to hang out with Team A ever.
And then of course Jax brings up that he went on a date in front of Stassi. I was like, why? Like, why would he bring this up in the first place? A, that. B, team. He was like, I mean, she flipped out on him. I mean, and rightfully so because he brought it up. But then again, if she doesn't care about him and she doesn't want to be with him, then who cares? Just be like, I hope that you got something. I hope you caught something, and then stand up and wave. Like that's all she needed to do. Like completely ignore him. And she said it herself. She was like, he wants a reaction out of me, and I give it to him sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's all he wanted out of her was just the fact for her to be jealous.
Yeah.
And she gave it to him.
She did. And I mean, I think it proves that she does still care. Like,
oh, yeah.
If you didn't care, then it wouldn't affect you.
But she does make a good point at the end of the episode. She was like, whenever he's with another girl and he takes off his shirt, I'll always be right there. Mm-hmm. And she was just like, give that little like evil smile that she gives. I was like, that's so true. Because that's embarrassing for him.
Yeah, and then again, when she saw the episode, I'm sure she was like, really? Really, Jax? That's what you did?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I'm sure. I would love to hear her reaction.
Oh, I know she was reading that girl.
I can't wait. We need to get her. Maybe she'll be here next week. Stay tuned. This is what the next thing I wrote. Team A is annoying. They're fighting. Team B is writhing and having fun. That was like the whole float in a nutshell. Like,
and I wouldn't. Sorry to cut you off, but I wouldn't want to be on a team where I'm not the center of attention. Maybe if I was Stassi, Team A is great, but like at least Team B, like Sheena's singing, but they're all pretty much like, you know, having fun. They all get to dance. Like, I wouldn't want to be one of Stassi's little like. There's
like no room to move, and they're literally like up against that glass, just like not moving.
I want to be in the glass, or else I don't want to play.
Yeah, or I want to be writhing around one of those poles. I mean, and I really liked what Ariana said because this is very true that Lisa is like kind of like an icon to the gay community, and I do think that she is because I think she stands for acceptance on all levels.
What makes an icon to the gay community? Because I know some of that. Let me see if I can get some of the staples like Cher.
Yeah.
Kathy Griffin, maybe
to some people, yeah.
Nene, like you love her,
yes.
But I mean, like, what makes an icon?
It's just someone that's
Lady Gaga,
yeah, like Bette Midler, Barbara Streisand, you know, people like that. It's like people that are over the top and completely.
Because I don't see
it's a lot of over the topness.
So I don't really see how Lisa fits into. I'm kind of playing devil's advocate here a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just, like how.
I think that because she's so like
regal.
Always done up and like always very like Elizabeth Taylor, like super done up and like glamorous, and she just.
So is Kim Kardashian an icon to the gay?
I mean, I think so for some people, yeah. I mean, I don't consider her to be one because that's a no. But I think Lisa is, and she's always been a huge supporter of gay charities too, and she holds a lot of the GLAAD events. I mean, SUR was the GLAAD sponsored event for Gay Pride. And I think it's always that a lot at SUR. So I think it's really cool that she's always been involved with that. Even in London, I mean, like she owned gay bars. Like that was how they made their money, a lot of it. And I don't know. I just think that her being so over the top and like always up front with people and like she has those quick one-liners that just cut people and they're done. People, they eat that. We eat that up.
Well, I didn't know if it was more so about like fashions and like looks or if it was more so about like, talent and like
it's more about like
the arts and like acting and
like
singing and stuff.
She's like
but it's just all encompassing.
Yeah, she's just like a dream that you wish that you could be, kind of like fabulous over the top.
The girl I wanna be.
All right. All right. And then we go back to Sir, and they're celebrating, having fun, and then Stassi and Katie are like sulking in the background. I don't even know what they're doing back there, but they're just like sitting there doing nothing. And they tell Kristen to confront Ariana, because if she confronts it, then no one else can talk about it, because at least they've had a conversation. And then we find out that Kristen has been reading some text messages. And I mean, we've all read our significant other's phone at some point.
I was just about to ask you, do you go through your boyfriend's phone
I've done it a few times. I don't do it every...
every night before you go to bed, you're like scrolling through, like, what did he text
I'm like,
today?
slip a melatonin. I'm like, here, take this. And then I read his phone. No. I mean, I honestly don't care that much to read through it. Because, I mean, if he is doing stuff, that's on him. Like,
yeah.
That's me. I'm a fool. Like,
Yeah, it's kind of one of those issues where it's like, if you have to go through their phone, then maybe you shouldn't even be in that situation at all.
Exactly. And we will get there at the end of this whole stupid thing. And then, of course...
We love you, Kristen.
Kristen runs up to Ariana. And I felt really bad for Kristen at the end of this conversation, because literally, Ariana... I mean, I would be so convinced if I was like, did you hook up with my boyfriend? And she's like, no. Like, I mean, she was so chill and calm. And I think it made Kristen feel stupid. And then Kristen went in this like spiral of like trying to explain herself, like why she was confronting her. And it was just like, stop. Just stop.
It was bad.
It was bad. And then she started crying, and she brought up the no condom sex in the shower with the hooker. Not hooker, but whore. I mean, it was just like, it was just a mess. Like, this was a mess. And Ariana doesn't know her that well, I don't think. I mean, she knows Tom, and I'm sure she's hung around her, but I don't think she knows her like that to be like, whoa, business.
I have an expression that I use sometimes, and it's letting your insecurities show.
Yeah.
And I say it sometimes to people, which probably isn't the nicest thing, kind of jokingly, but it's just like, don't let your insecurities show. The bottom line is that everyone, no matter who you are, is insecure about something. But I don't think you should let that show all the time, and especially not in a situation like this.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it was wrong for Kristen to confront her and ask, but when she started letting her insecurity show, that's when I think she lost it. And
completely.
Yeah. And it was bad. And it reminded me of last season whenever they were at the photo shoot. And she was asking the girl,
the twin
if she had hooked up with him. And it's like, once again, she finds herself in this situation where
she looks foolish.
She looks very foolish.
Yeah. And I mean, the text that she was reading to us in that confessional moment, she was like, it was like, I just want it to be Coachella again, and yeah, me too. Like, I genuinely think that Ariana was like, I just want to listen to music in my backyard and have fun. Like, I don't think that she was meaning it in like a sexual way or something.
Yeah, it's not like she said, I want it to be our high school prom again, and
let's
I want it to be the first time I lost my virginity to you.
Remember that time in the back of the car or something? You know, stuff like that. Like, it was nothing sexual, and it was just like 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, they both work until 2 o'clock in the morning, so it's like, hello, like, they're of course gonna be texting at that time.
But then she said something about like, I was texting you all during this time and you like weren't responding, but yet you were like responding to her texts. That's rough.
That would be something I would hound on, though. I'd be like, oh, I was texting you at this time, and then you stopped responding, but then this person started talking to you. Like, I would notice that.
No, I would be pissed off too. But what gets me is that and I mean, I guess everyone handles situations differently, but it's kind of this weird line between like being like angry and being like it's like passive aggressive or something. Like, either I want her to like cuss him out, or I want her to just leave it alone.
Yeah.
But she does this like thing where she kind of like tries to be the big bad wolf and confront him, and then ends up backfiring in her face, and she just backs down and starts crying and just is like, we shouldn't be in this relationship. Cuss him out, smack him in the head.
I mean, the fact that she went up to him at the bar and was like, Ariana told me everything. You have to talk to me now. I was like, that was a true bitch move. Like, that was so rude. Like, I can't even imagine someone like that I was dating coming up to me and being like, they told me everything, and it's not true. You know, like trying to bait him into saying something.
She's like, I'll tell him that she told me everything, and then he'll admit to something. Like,
if you have to do that in your relationship, then why the heck are you in that relationship? Like, that's the whole thing that I wanted to get to with this whole episode. Like, why do they put themselves through it?
Well, do you think that it's one of those situations where the producers are like prompting her to do this?
I mean, I don't know. At this point, I don't know with this show. Like, I don't know what's being produced and what's being like what's real. I mean, I think the emotion is real, but it just comes out of nowhere. Like, it comes like she was saying that she was fine, and then all of a sudden she's like freaking out about this text message. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Something's off. Something's amiss.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting that she says Ariana should have been more defensive if she hadn't done it.
Yeah.
But usually when someone's really defensive, people are like, if they were too defensive, like, if they hadn't done it, they would have been more calm.
And
so
what'd she say about Tom? She was like, why are you getting defensive?
Defensive. Yeah. So
like,
people can't win for losing.
Yeah.
I agree. I think the emotion is definitely real, obviously, but I think that maybe she's prompted to confront him at the times that she does. And so that's why it seems so contrived and so out of place. It's just because she's like screaming at him like about these text messages that happened like umpteenth months ago while people are walking down the street after Gay Pride.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just
like on Robertson Boulevard.
Yeah.
Like, it was just why did it happen out there? Because she and like he said, she wanted to make him look like a fool in front of all those people that were just walking by.
But she didn't make him look like a fool. She made herself look like a fool.
Yeah.
Now maybe she would have smacked him in the head. That's what I would have liked to say. I just like violence.
Yeah,
I guess.
I like it.
I like it rough.
This is a really I wrote this down. I wanted to make sure I said it, but Ariana made a really good point about what happened to Kristen with this whole thing. She was like, I think Kristen started the rumors. I think she said some jealous bullshit to somebody 2 years, and 2 years later, every single person passed it around like a telephone, and it got back to Kristen 2 years later, and she was mad because it got around and the story had changed. So it seemed like people had heard, all this stuff, but it's just like a lie that's been spun and spun and spun, and she hears it and thinks it's real. And I was like, that's really smart. Like, I thought that was a really good point for Ariana to make.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very objective of her to say that and to kind of like step outside, because I was proud of Ariana for not attacking her in the confessional moments. I mean, she was like, she's insecure and annoying. Like, that's a given. But I'm glad that she didn't go after her like she probably should have for being confronted about this stuff. I don't know. I thought it was very mature and classy, kind of.
I think that the next mature move for Ariana would be to kind of cut off ties with Tom. I don't know if that's like too much, and maybe if that's letting Kristen control her life.
Yeah.
But I've kind of been in a situation like that where I was friends with a guy who had a girlfriend who maybe wasn't that secure. And even though I wanted to continue having a relationship with him, and even though I owed her nothing, woman to woman, I chose to respect her and to kind of say, well, if I were in this situation, I would want someone to do the same for me. And so I just kind of, cut off ties with the guy. Not that I wasn't friends with him anymore, but the texting had to stop, the phone calls, the hanging out. So.
I mean, I think that's smart.
Yeah.
I really do. I just think that the line is so, like, why add fuel to the fire?
Yeah.
Even though you're friends, if you're going to be friends, maybe, like, invite her to hang out with the two of you. So, and, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's move into some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Okay, so I was reading a little Twitter earlier, and I saw this article, and supposedly Vanderpump Rules has been confirmed for season 3. And it was crickets for me. I was like, really? I mean, if they are going to bring it back, they need to cast new people.
New people, I was going to say that.
People that maybe don't even necessarily work at SUR, that they hire outside and act like they work there from before, and they just come in.
Yeah.
They just need some freshness.
Yeah, or maybe not even someone that has to act like they worked there from before, just a new girl, because a new girl anywhere, whether you're on a reality television show or not, you're going to catch it. So just hire a new girl or guy, and they're going to catch it.
Several people.
Yes.
I think they can keep, who do you think they should keep?
Stassi.
Of course. That's it for you?
Stassi.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe Sheena too.
Sheena too, but I need more from her.
Yeah.
This season, I haven't seen as much, and I don't necessarily think it's her fault. A lot of her stuff probably got edited out, but I need more from her.
Yeah,
I need a pregnancy.
The storyline is lacking.
Yeah. But Sheena, yes, I agree.
Yeah,
Sheena.
I think those are the two that I would like to see. Maybe Tom Schwartz come in as like a real character,
and maybe Kristen if her and Tom break up.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing a single Kristen.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
I like that.
Not to wish anything bad on her relationship,
but also I there's supposedly another spinoff in the works. Because Lisa Vanderpump trademarked her name to be used, like, no one can use Vanderpump or anything like that on anything. And there was some rumors that were coming around that there was another spinoff in the works.
What
and
about?
I don't know. That's what makes me think maybe if Stassi's going to get her own show or something.
I wonder what it could be, though.
I don't know. I was reading this article and I went wildly searching, like everything I could, nothing. So it's some things, and supposedly Lisa is not going to be coming back
For Bev Hills?
So I'm thinking maybe she'll have her own show or something. So something's going to happen, but it's going to be big, and I'm excited about it. Yeah, anything with Lisa, like having her own thing. I'm just like, I'm interested. She always thinks. The cogs are always turning. So yeah, that's my news and gossip. Let's move into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I am going to predict that there's going to be some major drama with Stassi and Jax continuing, because I think Jax is going to be on a little bit of a steamroll with his penis.
What is my prediction? I don't have one. Can I have that?
Yeah.
I don't have
That's
one.
okay. All right. Well, you can find me on Twitter at Jake_Dupree and on Instagram and Facebook at Jake Dupree.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Michelle Renee LA.
We'll see you next week.
From
Holla.
executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.